This is a small thought that I've been having over the past couple of days. I have seen all of the posts on Facebook about gay marriage being legalized ever since the Supreme Court decision has come down. For the most part, most people seem to be happy with the decision. I will come down on the positive side because I think it's amazing that everybody in America now has the right to marry who they're in love with. Now, this has nothing to do with any kind of sacred vows or religious implications. I simply feel that if two men or two women love each other and want to have the same benefits that a heterosexual couple is afforded, such as sharing insurance or legal protections when one partner dies, I'm all for it. Nothing that has happened in the past week or so has affected my marriage in any way. I have not seen planes falling from the sky. I have not seen earthquakes or flash floods or any sort of natural disasters that would tell me that God absolutely hates America and is now going to send us all to the fiery furnace because we have allowed people to legally attach themselves to one another. I honestly don't know why this has taken so long to become a law in this country. Personally, I don't know why we needed a law in the first place. Okay? I understand that there are those of you out there that have a view that marriage is a religious institution, but realistically, the people that were wanting gay marriage have no interest in the religious definition. They simply wanted the legal protections that were afforded to heterosexual couples. If you don't like gay marriage, that's your opinion. If you are a pastor, no one's going to force you to marry a homosexual couple. They can go to a justice of the peace now, just like any heterosexual couple could. Just because they can get married does not mean they're going to force you to marry them. Not to mention, they don't need you. There was a point in time when religious institutions, such as churches, mosques, synagogues, were the only places a marriage could be procured. That's not the case anymore. There are justice of the peace, there are lawyers where you can go down and have your marriage performed and legalized down at the courthouse. So they don't need you anymore. As a matter of fact, none of us really need you. The last time I needed an invisible man in the sky to convince me to be good, I still believed in Santa Claus. I have the ability and rational thought to regulate my life without the threat of an imaginary being in the sky sending me to hell. Okay? I have enough wits about me to be able to not murder, kill, steal, rape without the punishment hanging over my head of eternal damnation. Okay? There are those that don't. But realistically, they didn't care in the first place. I think the problem is not so much gay marriage as organized religion getting scared that they're becoming obsolete. In the Bible, Jesus says that he has come to break the old covenant and create a new covenant with mankind. 90% of the laws with consideration to homosexuality occur in the Old Testament. The phrases and passages in Leviticus where they talk about how homosexuality is an abomination and the perpetrator should be put to death, that is Hebraic law, Masonic law, not Masonic, the laws of Moses that were applied to the Jews. When Jesus came, he said, I'm breaking the old covenant. I'm starting a new one. So, yes, you can choose to view homosexuality as a sin, but if you do so, then you should also not eat shellfish or pork, because those are also from the Mosaic Law. Just a thought. Here's another thought. How about you live your lives with rational thought and not the way people 2,000-3,000 years ago that were so superstitious that they thought an invisible man in the sky was going to send a lightning bolt down to fry their asses would. Live your lives in a rational way. Just my thought for the day.